this episode is obviously heavily focused on you and your boobs.
I'm up here.
Okay. Well, I'm enjoying them while they're there, you know.
Literally, my brain didn't work anymore. It was so frustrating.
Yes.
And it still hasn't worked since. But I have great tits. Topic today is why breast implants could be making you a worse mother. And it's not the reasons you think, because some people think you can't nurse with implants, and you totally can. I nursed all of our babies for 4 years. It's also not because it makes you vain, because getting implants doesn't make you vain. It's not because it makes you so sexually attractive that your husband can't stop impregnating you,
although it happened a few times with us.
our track record. But it's because implants could be causing breast illness. Breast implant illness is a list of symptoms that people experience after getting breast implants. And while it's not a medical diagnosis yet, many people experience these symptoms disappearing once they get their implants out. And the symptoms can include low-grade but chronic immune system problems.
Yes.
And that can look like joints hurting, fatigue,
Sick a lot.
what's the other one? Brain fog, which I
What a
totally
joke.
have. I was experiencing this even in my 20s when I got them done. So,
And maybe children amplify these because you're
Amplify it.
already tired and
yeah, basically it's making you a double mom. You have fatigue and brain fog because you have implants and you have kids. So it's like, think of the number of kids you have and then square that if you have implants.
And if you're a vain person, which you're not, but then the eyes, for example, a lot of people report about the
Oh yeah, like they
eyes.
just don't have clear eyes. There's also a theory that the implants can be leaking little microparticles into your body. And that's even if you have silicone, which is supposed to be like a cohesive unit, it could still leak out a little bit of the silicone into your body, which isn't the same as plastics, but it seems like, you know, having microparticles floating on your body is no good. Your body attacks the implant, thinking of it as a foreign object. And so the first thing it tries to do is destroy it, which it can't do. Then it tries to absorb it, which it can't do. So it films this capsule around it, hardened scar tissue. And it just like contains it like that. So that's kind of creepy. And then on top of that scar tissue, bacteria can form.
But hey, let's time out. If somebody's new to the channel,
Yeah.
should we first introduce ourselves and talk about how did you get those
Oh,
breast
yeah.
implants? So,
Oh God, the whole story? Well, my name's
No.
Cora.
and I'm Taro, Cora's
Yeah.
husband.
Cora's husband.
And this is the Fungi Fam. We talk about parenting and our life. And in this episode is obviously heavily focused on you and your boobs.
I'm up here.
Okay. Well, I'm enjoying them while they're there, you know.
Yes.
So maybe
Should we
maybe
talk
you could
about my boob history?
start with the boob history so
I'm
people
gonna-
have context.
Okay, I was like a very flat child, very sad A cup. I was a gymnast, I was a diver, and I was a cheerleader and a dancer, and really skinny. And I was so sad that I was skinny, which is funny to think about, like, woe is me. But I convinced my mom to let me get on birth control when I was 14, and I wasn't having sex. I was a late bloomer. And I wanted to get on it so I would gain weight and my boobs would get bigger. And they did, which was great. But then I moved down to LA because I wanted to model. And oddly, my first job that I got was at Hooters. And I got hired at Hooters with a flat chest, which should have told me that I don't need boobs. But instead, working around people with double D boobs, I decided, wow, I really need boobs. So I saved up money working at Hooters and I bought my boobs within like 6 months.
How much were they? Do you remember?
$6,500.
Okay, that sounds pretty cheap.
I
in
didn't
today's
party at
world.
all in college. All I did was work to get these
Okay.
damn titties.
You got big
And then
old
I got
boobs.
my titties. So I told the doctor I wanted a C cup, and he took the liberty of putting in a double D because he told me later that everyone always comes back to him and wants bigger boobs, and he was saving me a surgery. This was in Orange County, so that kind of makes more sense. So I had these huge double D boobs, teeny frame. They looked ridiculous. My dad was like, don't even come home for Christmas. And within a year, I got them reduced because I was like, this is ridiculous. So I had to have another surgery to get them reduced. I got them reduced from 450 cc's to 300 cc's. Then I still hated them. So like 2 years later, I decided to get them out. And I went to that doctor, same one, God knows why. And he told me if he took them out, that my boobs would look like a rock in a sock. Can you picture that? It's not an image I wanted to have. So I was like, I don't want to have rock sock boobs. So I was like, fine, let's just go down to 200 cc's. And that's where I've been since, I don't know, I was 20. And the funny thing is I thought, it would really help my modeling career. I knew nothing about modeling. The people that I saw in magazines, I was like, that's what they look like. Later, I figured out that in modeling, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all chicken cutlets, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's literally something that looks like a chicken breast and you put it in your bra to make your boobs look bigger. I got hired at this job, Fredericks of Hollywood, that was like the big competitor with Victoria's Secret. And they had this trick where they'd tie a clear bra strap around and it would literally push your boobs like here. So they had all these tricks. I never needed to operate or cut into my body. Don't trust the magazines. Don't think that like if you're wanting to model that you need to have boobs, because it's actually not helpful. It can actually harm your career.
Irony here is though, those boobs did make you about $1 million.
Okay, yes, the boobs did make me, but imagine how many millions I would have made without it.
Yes.
So basically it pigeonholed me into being a lingerie and swimsuit model. It was very rare that I would book some catalogs that were just clothing because it's really hard to hide boobs in clothes and it distracts from the clothes. Designers don't really like it. So I did a lot of shoe modeling because my boobs weren't in them, and I did a lot of swimsuit and lingerie.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining. I made those choices and it's fine. But I feel like I don't align with that idea anymore. Now I think of my breasts as something that gave life to 3 kiddos. And I'm just really ready to have them out of my body and feel more natural. And hopefully some of these weird symptoms will dissipate.
Hey guys, so it's 24 hours after surgery and I wanted to share actually how I'm feeling. I'm feeling really good, surprisingly. I haven't even had a pain pill today, and to be honest, I don't feel a ton of pain. So I was like, I thought I would be sleeping a lot more, and Tara's like, so did I, but here we are. I went to go do the hyperbaric chamber today because I heard a lot of people recommend that that's really good for healing. So it felt nice, and it felt like it was restorative even though I went and drove somewhere. But they said you can drive once you're not on hard narcotics anymore, which I'm not. So I still have my drains in. These will stay in for a couple more days until the blood stops coming out. So basically when you do a capsulectomy, they cut out not just the implant, but the capsule shell that has hardened around it. And that's like scar tissue that your body sends to build up around the capsule. Well, guys, it's 3 weeks post explant surgery, and I wanted to share a couple things that I'm noticing or feeling. The first thing that I noticed, which was so amazing right after surgery, was I could breathe in so deeply. My lung capacity was doubled what it used to be, and a lot of times when I go to yoga class or a breathwork class, the teacher would say, inhale, and I would breathe in. And like halfway through, I would be like, I cannot breathe in anymore. My lung capacity is hit. And I think it's because the implants rest on top of your lungs. And so it was interfering with my ability to breathe in. It was also really interfering with my breath, like in my diaphragm. I used to love singing. I was in the choir and I felt like I didn't have the lung capacity to sing that well, which isn't affecting my day-to-day life, but still, it was kind of annoying. One other thing that I just noticed last week is my rings started getting really loose, like so loose that this one keeps flopping down. I'll probably have to go get it tightened. But it must be that I'm losing some of the inflammation that was causing my fingers to be a little bit bigger. So these look like less inflammation. I also weigh like 117 pounds, which means I lost like 3 to 5 pounds, which isn't like great, but I still am eating a lot and I feel healthy and strong. So I think it's probably more inflammation. I think my brain fog is better. Hard to say because I'm omega-3 still, but I do feel sharper. And then I wanted to share one thing that was so helpful during my explant recovery was I got this inner tube, and it helped so that the kids couldn't get too close to like hit my breasts and hurt them. And they thought it was really fun.
And in fairness, you wanted to get them out before we had kids. Then it was COVID. It was a whole hassle, medical stuff. Are boob surgeries considered essential?
No.
Are they?
never.
Maybe actually in Orange County they might be essential.
To fit in. If they're hurting your back, like if you have ginormous boobs and you're getting back pain, yes.
I would put that in a different bucket.
No, but it's still, you could get insurance to pay for it. So I've been wanting them out forever, but it's really, they say not to do it before you're done breastfeeding because your breast will change so much. But initially I had wanted to do a lift, and now I'm deciding I'm not going to do a lift. And no judgment to anyone who does the lift, but I decided my whole reason to get them out is because I don't want to be focused on vanity, and I don't want to be doing anything extra to my body that I don't want to do unless it's health related. So aesthetically, I just don't care if I look like a sock with a rock. Taro might have a different idea.
I'm a butt guy.
He's a butt guy. We
So-
joke that only Taika really is going to care, our youngest.
Yes. So fatigue,
Yes.
poor sleep,
Poor
kind of
sleep.
inflammation,
I'm
joints,
always getting sick. Like
and
literally always.
suppressed immunity, which are all challenges as a parent anyway, but maybe here it's amplified, right?
Yeah, like when I was in my 20s, I was modeling, and so I would be on a plane every week and around strangers, and I got sick so many times. I got tonsillitis so many times that the doctor told me, like, if I did it one more time, I would have to get my tonsils out. And this
Yeah.
was before kids. And I slept poorly from the moment that I got them in. I went from being like a straight A student. I was the only person in my my accounting class that had like an A+. And I went from the week after I got my implants to being like, I can't concentrate on reading a textbook. Like literally my brain didn't work anymore. It was so frustrating.
Yes.
And it still hasn't worked since.
Yes.
But I have great tits.
I feel like when you're a parent and you interact with teachers and other
Mm-hmm.
parents, if you're a really attractive mom, the other moms treat you kind of shit.
It's so sad. Feel sorry for me.
Yes. So
That's your
I don't
thing?
know. I don't know. You're pretty
Yeah, judgment.
with or without the boobs, so it's less about the boobs. But
No,
there
I don't
is
think
jealousy in
that's real
school.
here. Well, what's funny is when I've been telling my friends and acquaintances here that I'm getting my implants out, everyone was like, oh, I didn't know you had implants, which I think is really great.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, they look pretty natural.
Yeah.
A couple other things that they hypothesize breast implant illness can cause is autoimmune disorders, because your body is thinking of this foreign substance, and so it's already in high alert. You're basically like just on guard for anything that comes through. And then also toxic accumulation in your body. So horrible things.
Yeah. The world is full of toxins anyway, so your body is actually great at healing and great at removing toxins, but like if you can limit the load, I would highlight that. And autoimmune is when your immune response is hyperactive, when it's confused on who's an intruder and who's the good guy, so it starts attacking the good guys. So it's just confused, and I'm curious to see how you feel after this. I'm excited for you.
I am too.
But if you have breast implants and you're a parent and you feel like you have brain fog, tired, other things, maybe consider removing them as
Or
one.
if you're not a parent.
Even if you're not a parent.
Especially if you're not a parent. What are you doing having brain fog?
Yes. So maybe question that. And then also I would say this is also true for different kinds of lifts, like adding fat from
Oh my God.
hips and butts and other things is like,
Yes.
let nature be nature. And that would be my advice. But I'm not a woman, so.
I've had so many friends do fat transfers, and they ended up getting cysts in that area, like 40 cysts, and they ended up having it get infected and necrosis, where it dies. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like the fat from the, because why would you move areas around your body? It's just so unnatural.
So it's not just the implants themselves. Any kinds of these very aggressive things can cause issues. So.
And I just want to say one really good, if you're insecure about your breasts, which I totally get, I was as a teen, wear a big padded bra, because if you feel uncomfortable in public, you can do that. And then if you feel uncomfortable with a new partner seeing you naked, you probably shouldn't have them see you naked anyways. So wear a huge bra, and then if you finally find someone that you feel safe around telling them that you actually don't have boobs,
Yeah.
that's a good person to finally sleep with.
Totally. Anyway, thanks for listening to Cora's story. We'll follow Cora on Instagram if you want to hear how.
Wouldn't that be funny if the crop was just here, the whole
Yes.
story?
Yeah, there's no face. So follow Cora's journey on Instagram,
Yeah.
Cora Skinner, and like and subscribe to the video. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Stay
Yes.
tuned.
And this show is brought to you by Four Sigmatic. which this is their new espresso pods that is Nespresso compatible, so you can put it in an espresso machine. There's also ground coffee, instant coffee, Keurig, all these other things, but it's mushroom coffee. The most popular product is Focus. It has lion's mane and sometimes other good things that support cognitive function. If you have brain fog from breast implants, could be great. Could be great to take a lot of lion's mane. And if you put it in an espresso machine, the pressure from the machine makes a delicious cup of coffee. Even they're all delicious, but I feel like the Nespresso is extra delicious. So you can get this at places like Whole Foods, Target, Amazon, but also foursigmatic.com. And if you click foursigmatic.com/FunGuyFam, there should be links somewhere. There's a special deal for people who watch this show because we're friends with the owners.
And if you have chronic immune system problems, you got a lot of immune support.
Yes, although they're not perfect. I was almost 15 years without being sick one day thanks to mushrooms and many other things. But once you have kids, they'll get you one way or the other.
So you're saying the kids are stronger than mushrooms?
It's a real Avengers battle. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.